Hey, it's Michael with Digital T-Shirt Shop. So this was a little bit of sarcasm about my love for Russia. Now, actually, one of the coolest, I think one of the very, very coolest national anthems that there are was the old Russian national anthem, the one that they had on the Rocky IV movie. I haven't listened to it in a long time, so I'm not sure if the new Russian Federation's anthem is the same as the old Russian anthem. Um, this I will tell you, Russia sucks. Sorry if there's any Russians watching. Um, I shipped, so here's the drama of the package that I shipped to Russia. First of all, printing my order that was going to go to Russia was a pain in the butt in the first place. I had a bunch of printing problems. I had to order more shirts. I had to, it was delayed for a number of reasons. I had some equipment problems. I finally got the order done. I finally went to ship it to Russia, and the customer wanted me to ship it. I think I did a video about this. They wanted me to ship it UPS or DHL because they had more control over it and it would show up. So I go and I do some price checking. This is like the day before Thanksgiving. $500 to send it UPS, $750 to send it DHL, roughly, just rough numbers. I went and talked to the customer. I'm like, this is a lot more than I expected it to be. I thought it would be like $200, $300 at the most. $500, let alone $750. Customers like, because actually USPS was like $200 to ship it through the U.S. postal system. And he says, well, the U.S. postal system's the U.S. and they don't really have a lot of control in Russia as to it getting there. So I would use one of the professional services, even though it's going to cost more. So I decide I'm going to send it UPS because it's $500. Day after Thanksgiving, I go in to ship it, and now it's $900. So I ended up going and shipping at DHL because it was $750 instead of $900. And I couldn't find anywhere to drop it off. I didn't realize you could drop it off at a UPS store. I would Google it and I would keep seeing UPS stores, but I thought, it's UPS store. DHL is not going to pick up there. And I was thinking that they were doing like, how when you search for one thing and it pulls up the competitor type thing because of your mail service. I ended up a couple days later calling them, and sure enough, they do DHL. So it's a DHL drop-off pickup location. So I go down there. I ended up having to go there 3 times to get all the paperwork that they needed. So, anyhow, I finally get it all squared away. Here's all the paperwork, it's all paid for because I paid for it online, and that was kind of the disconnect. And DHL, I got to tell you, their website sucks. Okay. Their website sucks almost as bad as Russia sucks. Okay, I'm generalizing that Russia sucks. They're probably great people from Russia, and I bet there's a lot of beautiful things about Russia. Without getting into the politics of Russia, I do follow some of that. But DHL's website really does suck, and probably sucks more than Russia sucks. I couldn't navigate their website. I couldn't find anything. And then you go to make a purchase of a label, and it never even gives you any sort of confirmation. It just says you bought a label. Then you can't find anywhere that it tells you the right way to do anything, or at least it's not user-friendly. I'll tell you that at the minimum, it's not user-friendly. And then I had to even call them twice to even navigate the back end of their website because they've got 2 separate DHL websites. One of them works and one of them doesn't work. And they keep telling you, well, that one doesn't work. You got to go to the one that actually works. Why would you have 2 websites and one of them work and one of them not work? So I gotta say, nice job, DHL. So anyways, DHL get the package off. It goes, and it said it was supposed to be, what, 3 or 5 days to get to where it was going to. Well, 3 or 5 days to get to Russia, and then it sat in Russia's customs for a week or so. And then next thing you know, I get this call from, or an email from the customer, and the customer is saying, "Didn't you pay for the freight?" And I said, "Yeah, I paid for the freight." And he's like, "Well, the DHL in Russia wants us to pay $1,500." $1,500. They wanted them to pay the full cost of the product and the full cost as a tariff, and the full cost of the freight all over again in order for them to deliver that one box. $1,500. So in the end, the shirts would have ended up costing the full, I mean, double, literally double, $3,000 almost, for what it cost for the shirts and cost for the freight to get them there, and they wanted them to double it. And he's like, "There is no way, no way." So he goes to start to, I'm sending him documents, I'm reprinting the screenshots of labels and bank account statements and all these things showing it's paid for. And in the meantime, dude in DHL in Russia decides to ship the box back. So the box is currently on it. Actually, it's currently in Germany on its way back to me. And I paid $750 for this box to get there. My customer gets extorted by a DHL employee in Russia, or through the Russian government, or whoever it is that's involved in this other side of the process. And my box that cost me $750 plus the cost of all the product is on its way back to me, and my customer doesn't have it, and it could end up costing double to send it back, or we find some other way to make some sort of compensation on this end. And I did insure it. It was insured, but at the same time, I'm going, well, is DHL going to reimburse me for, the Russian government? Well, the Russian government was outside my control. If it was a DHL employee, that's outside my control, and it's their freaking moron of an employee that wanted to extort my customer to get an extra $1,500 out of them. And I mean, what do you do? So that's the conundrum I'm in. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money I've got tied up in that. I'm not currently getting paid for or reimbursed for. So what do you do? But I thought I'd share that story. It's one of the things that has made my holiday season merry and bright. Merry Christmas. So anyhow, that's it. That's all I got to say about it. It irritates me pretty bad, and I've always been leery about shipping overseas anyways. I've had a bunch of packages lost. There's never anything you can do about it. The only thing you can do is reship it, and that's costing you all the freight all over again, and it's costing you the cost of the product all over again. And even worse than that is if you try to do it through USPS. USPS I don't think there's anybody more horrible. Now, USPS may have the best rates, but USPS is the worst at any sort of insurance or compensation or anything like that related to anything that's lost or damaged. It's not even worth paying for it, because they're going to just refuse it in the first place, and it's going to be like a 5-month process, even working with them to try to get some sort of recourse on it. So the USPS has some pros, but that is definitely a con related to them. So Yeah, my, it's funny because I have a lot of people be like, "You want your t-shirt company to grow, you just got to ship overseas." Well, once it leaves the border of the United States of America, it costs you 10 times as much to ship it in the first place, and then you have zero control. And to me, it has always seemed as though it's more of a you bear much more risk and than reward related to it. So, and it's that I think so many of the foreign governments and employees of foreign governments and foreign postal services and things just can't be trusted. Unfortunately, they can't be trusted. Um, and that is a sad state of affairs for the world to be in, that there are that many people around the world that can't be trusted. And that could just be my jaded perspective. You write a nice comment on here, some flowery statement about how wrong I am and how perfect somebody's postal service is. That's fine. It's not going to change my opinion from my experience. So I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying that, when it comes to shipping packages, they're just not very honest, which is, I guess, the opposite of honest, which is dishonest. So, um, I shouldn't generalize, though. So I take it all back. They're all just slightly not honest rather than saying they're dishonest. And I'm sure, and they're not all like that, only like most of them are. I don't know. I really don't know. I just know I've had bad experiences. Lots of things lost in lots of different countries, and this one to Russia has been the worst. So, and it's not lost, they just wanted a few extra dollars, right? So anyhow, don't forget to subscribe to Digital T-Shirt Shop.